popular YouTuber Mr. Beast posted a video that he had built 100 wells across Africa, which provided clean and safe drinking water to almost 500,000 people. He also built bridges as part of his trip, provided schools with basic equipment like computers, whiteboards, soccer balls, bicycles, and other necessities. Which is a good thing, isn't it? Yes. But there are people who are offended by that. As much as some have appreciated his work which he did by providing water to people across Africa, some people feel like he is showing to the world the incompetence of African leadership. Some feel like recording people while you are helping them is not appropriate. While personally, I feel like all those arguments are from retarded people who are afraid to think. These are the kind of people who forget to breathe and they die. An online activist by the name Albert felt pissed off by these projects of Mr. Beast, and he decided to criticize them publicly, and these were the basis of his arguments. Mr. Beast described entire Africa as a village with its people living in huts, which is a lie. I watched the video and there is no place where he showed any hut. He just showed the students receiving those equipment and villagers when he was launching the project. There is no place where he showed that Africa is a small village with only people living in small huts. And either way, in Africa, yes, there are people living in huts. There's no problem with that. Actually, 400 million Africans are below the poverty line. A second argument was that Mr. Beast projected that all Africans lack good drinking water, which is definitely also a baseless argument, and it's a lie. Mr. Beast specifically mentioned the countries that he went and the villages that he went which lacked clean drinking water, and he provided them with it. It's not the whole of Africa which he said. His that argument was that wells in 2023 are offensive. Why not borehole or pipe-borne water? Why are people this stupid? Like, Mr. Beast is not your government whom you are complaining why you are doing less than what you promised. He promised nobody. He is not accountable to nobody. Whatever he does, even if he built one well, he's not questionable by anybody. Either way, from the video, it was the boreholes which were being drilled. It's only in the title where he mentioned that I built 100 wells in Africa. So probably this is somebody who never watched the entire video. Maybe he saw the title and maybe the first 2 minutes and he was like, no, I need to criticize this before I finish it. His fourth argument was that Africans do not need water donations. We ain't poor and thirsty. Africans need donations a lot, not just small, a lot. Africa needs like 10 beasts in order to curb all the water it needs. Because in Africa, a population of 1.4 billion people, 431 million people do not access basic water and sanitation services. More than 450 million Africans live below the poverty line. They need donations, they need help. So this is arrogance with poverty mixed up. Like, you don't want to be seen as poor, but you need help. His fifth argument was that this is capitalism. He wanna low-key. In Africa, we don't use this word wanna. I'm doubting whether this person is from Africa. This is capitalism. We wanna low-key use these countries for profit. In the first place, does this person understand what capitalism is? Because building wells and capitalism, there is no relationship in that. Capitalism is an economic system where private individuals control the prices and production of basic commodities rather than the government. So meaning this is an illiterate person who doesn't even know what they are talking about. Saying that he is using these videos to make profit, what's the problem with that? Did you want him to make losses? And either way, he mentioned it clearly in the video that he's using all the money he's obtaining from the videos to help more people. And even if he never helped more people, he has his own personal use of the money. He could just buy a yacht and go in Seychelles and enjoy himself. But he decided to do this. Why are you offended? His sixth argument was that Mr. Beast has set Africans for a global ridicule. No? This criticizer has set Africans into a global ridicule. Now, the rest of the world thinks that this is how we reason. We don't appreciate things. We are unthankful. We are rude, which is not the case. this person is misrepresenting us. And in the first place, this is somebody from Ghana, and Mr. Beast did not go to Ghana. He actually mentioned the countries which he built the wells, where they were in East Africa mostly. They were Somalia, Kenya, Namibia, Uganda, and such. So how is a well in Somalia, Mogadishu, affecting somebody in Accra, Ghana? That's jealousy and witchcraft. He has set Africans for a global ridicule for building wells, which we never asked for. Whenever you're saying something, be very careful when you're using the word we. Unless somebody sent you to represent them, never use the word we, because there's an African proverb which says that if you go to a place, you are given a meal, and maybe for you, you are satisfied. Don't say we are satisfied. Just keep quiet. There are people who need it. In Africa, many people live below the poverty line, unemployment. Why are you saying that we don't need help? Like we never ask for it. The late Tanzanian President John Pombe Magufuli said that there are some people, as much as you may do anything to them, whatever they will see is just the negativity. They will never appreciate, they will never be thankful. And it's true. But for this case, it's the bloggers. They can do anything just to get their attention. They can even kill themselves just to get their attention. They can even destroy the whole of the ozone layer just to get their attention. So it's pretty well understandable. And most of these people who are criticizing, they are the people who have contributed zero to the projects in their community. They have never participated in anything in their country. All they do is wait for something to be done, then they start questioning it, how inadequate it is. Whatever Mr. Beast did is a good thing. He challenged the local administration and the government that it's possible to do it, something which they have been promising for many years. In Kenya, they had promised the computers to students in the year 2013. It's more than 10 years down the line. Okay, I don't want to speak about that because I don't want to be among the complainers. I like being among the people who appreciate what the steps which we have taken as a continent. So they have not been able to do that. But somebody comes, a foreigner, who has nothing to do with them, and he gives them to students. So all we say is thank you very much, and we need more of such donors in our country for it to move forward. And I think such people who are criticizing, I don't know what's their problem, because it's development, and anybody who hates advancement and development is the devil maybe, or a witch. Personally, I saw very many people who were really arguing with that thing and saying that it's very wrong for him to keep helping people. At least when you find somebody who is doing something good for fame, then you should appreciate it. I don't like violence. I don't like killing of anybody, but I think we are supposed to be allowed to kill some people who reason in a way that it's not adding any value to their society. They are supposed to be burnt as sacrifices to the African gods, because if your presence in the society is of no benefit, then why should you keep breathing? You are finishing the oxygen. Such people are the reasons why Africa will be third world forever, because if this is the way that people are reasoning, then I think such a people should even be castrated to avoid passing on the stupidity to the next generation, so that they be the last people with that kind of reasoning. What are your views on that aspect of Mr. Beast helping people in Africa and filming them and posting it on his social media accounts?